How to automate in Airtable. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can automate your Airtable and how you can manage your projects better, create automations to save your time and get more productive. So let's get into it. Firstly, you can go to airtable.com and you will land on this website right here. So, Airtable is a project management software that also gives you an automation platform. It has the easy interface, and then we have a collaboration, available integrations, and much more. So, you need to sign up and you can get a free trial here. So, signing up process is going to be really easy. You can sign up with your Google account or using your email address. After the initial sign in or sign up to your Airtable, this is where you will get. So I have opened up my project. You can see this is one of the projects that I created. Inside your project, we have all of our different tasks. We have our views here. We have create option where you will be getting all of the views again. We have an overview. We have extensions. So we will focus on the automation part today. At the top right here on project, we have the data and then we have automations. So you're going to switch to the automations here and you can create different types of automation here. Let Airtable do the work for you by automating your most common task. So let's create our automation here. For an automation, first, you're going to select if you want a reminder. If you want an email reminder, if you want a Slack message, then you can actually use these two options here. Then we have send a weekly digest or update a record. So these two options are available too. Now I'm going to create my first automation. So it says automation 1, but I'm going to rename it because I'm creating a schedule automation. Let's call it test so that I have an idea that this one was the video. Okay, so we have a test right here. Now we have to enter a trigger for the automation. Click on add trigger and we have different types of triggers that we can add. We have when record matches conditions, when a form is submitted, when record created, when record updated, scheduled time, when webhook received, anything like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add scheduled time. So here we have our automation and we need to add the time here, of course. So what is the interval time? It's going to be in hours right here, and I'm going to add the timing. So it depends on the type of trigger you're adding. I am adding a scheduled time trigger. So you will enter the time here. I'm going to go with 2 hours. Then we have starting and ending time. So you can see at a scheduled time every 2 hours and something like this. So this actually happens every, or is it every 6 hours? Yes. So here we have the time. Now we have to enter an advanced logic or an action. So we can actually add the action here now, conditional logic or the repeating grip. Now there are two types of automation we can go for. There are some conditions we can add. For instance, sometimes there are going to be certain conditions that will ask my trigger to run differently or give the different reminder. So you can add a condition here, or you can just simply go with the repeating group, run the same action on every item in every list. So I'm going to go with the conditional one here. In the conditional logic, here you will enter a condition. So you have to select, I'm going to go with the actual trigger time or the accepted trigger. So I'm going with an actual time, and then we have to enter the date. So what happens is exact date here you can add, or you can select any of the dates. So I'm going to go with this one right here. So now we have a conditional trigger here. If you do not want to go with the conditional, then you can just switch to you can delete this group and you can create the simple one, which is going to be the repeating group. So once you do that, you can see repeat for every list, and then you will add the action. Now, what is going to be the action? Create a record, send an email, find records, or update. So I'm going to go with send an email because I want to receive an email every time we have added a new, data right here. So for that, I need an email. And that's actually kind of like done. I want that email every 6 hours. I want the update because I need to check my, Airtable again and again every day, every hour. So I don't want that. I just want to receive an email so that I can access it really easily and it will notify me. So this is how you create it. And then you can turn it on from here. After that, all you have to do is just add the configuration here. You can add the subject and message too. So the automation within Airtable is actually pretty advanced and really impressive. We can even add different attachments to it. We can add messages. The messages are actually coded. So this is the automation. The automation on Airtable is very impressive and high level. So you can see we can enter a subject. So for the subject, again, you can add any kind of data here for the subject. Then we have the message, which is going to be decoded. Then we have attachments, and we have a test step. Click on generate a preview, and it will generate a preview for you so that you can test your automation that you have. Click on test automation right here, and it will create a test for you where you can check if the automation is working or not. So this is a simple automation. I can go to my automation list, and it shows me the list that I have created. This way I can actually create more than one automation. Of course, this is the automation that we have, but I can maybe save this one and then we will create another one. Let's create a different automation this time. So I'm gonna add a trigger. So the trigger this time is going to be a simple when a record is created. So once I add it here, then we can select the table. So I'm gonna go with my tasks, timeline, and assignee table. So once I add it right here, then we have to add an advanced logic. So here I'm gonna add in the conditional logic here. In conditional, I'm gonna run an action in this group if. So the task, yes, contains. What does it contain? I'm gonna go with the new tag. Whenever there is a task with the new tag, that means the record is created. There is a new task created, and what will happen is I will get the automation. So here I'm just gonna click enter, and it will be added. Now we can add the action. So when a record is created and it has a new tag, then what we need is we need to update the record. So I'm gonna click on update record here. So after that, again, we can add different labels here in the description. In configuration, if task contains new tag, we're gonna select the table. We're gonna select the record ID. So I'm gonna go with this one right here. Choose the field. In field, we can go with name, status, and more. So we're going with the status, and we're gonna select planning. Now we will click on generate a preview, and the preview for this action will be generated. This way I will have an idea that how this automation is going to look and how it will work. Then we will activate it. So now you can see it's activated, and a record will be updated once it's created here. So this is my automation one, but I can call it anything I want to. Now I can create more automation from this option right here, which says create automation. Then we have create section. We can create different sections and add our automations, different automations into one section, and create folders like this so that we can organize it better. Adding properties for an automation is actually really important, and it's easy too. So it may seem a little complicated to you, but it's actually not. You just have to enter the data and select the different records that you have. So make sure your different statuses and planning. So you just have to choose according to the project that you have created. I have a tracking project right here. So that is why I'm seeing all of my labels and descriptions right here. We again have the test automation option here and run history. We can turn off an automation anytime we want to, and we can deactivate it if you do not want to work on this. So here we have our automation list, and it will show me the automations that I have already created. Switch to automations right here, and Airtable will allow you to save time, and you will be able to organize your data better, get updates, reminders, emails, anything you want to, and Airtable will help you with that. Get punctual, save time, and of course get more productive. This brings us to the end. I hope that I was a big help, and now you know how to automate Airtable. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, turn on bell notification, and subscribe to YouTube channel.